Who is Joe Cole?
Oh, no.
No, I don't know. But you're talking Joe Cole, the Chelsea. Yeah. Please don't sing that song. It's coming home. That's it will never.
Coming home. It's coming. Yes, everyone, welcome back to Five. My name is Stephen House, and we have got Rio and Patrice. We're coming at you live from our studio in Dubai, and this is Rio and Patrice Reacts. This episode is brought to you in partnership with EA Sports FIFA. Experience football's greatest stage by playing FIFA World Cup 2022 update, including multiple tournament modes, an elevated matchday experience, and the World Cup in FIFA Ultimate Team. Play now on FIFA 23 at no additional cost. Lads, it is the World Cup. The eyes of the world are upon us. Who, before we get into it properly, who is going all the way? Patrice, who's going to win a World Cup?
Realistically, Brazil, even if they didn't start playing, that's from the beginning. I said Brazil, and of course, France. No matter, I know it's a lot of injury, but we still have a strong squad. And I will say why Brazil. What a squad. 5 substitutes. And Neymar. Neymar finally decide to play for glory. You know, Neymar remind me of Ronaldinho, you know, those players, they just play for fun. They play for entertaining people. But Neymar, if you ask him if he want to win the Golden Ball, he probably don't care. But I think in France this year, they criticize him so much. Then he showed them like, you're gonna show. And this year, he's the best player. He's better than Messi, better than Mbappe. So I think he really want to carry the Brazil team on his shoulder this year to show them, to show the world what kind of player it is. France, I'm a little bit worried because we're missing player like Kanté. You know, we're talking about Pogba, but Kanté is a player was running for everyone. Benzema, and now yesterday, Fernandes, the left back, get out. So it's a little bit of worry. Of course, we win in a fashion way against Australia, but you know, when it's going to be big game, that's when we're going to be a little bit lack of experience.
Rio, what do you reckon? You got all of the eyes and all of the conversation appears to be on Leo Messi against Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the last World Cup. Them two guys are going head to head. Are people sleeping on Neymar?
Yeah, I agree. I think Brazil are up there as favourites. I'm going to go with England because I'm English and I believe in my country. And it was a great first game for us. But Brazil, the depth of that squad is amazing. And I agree with Patrice. If Neymar decides that this is the tournament, I'm caring about trophies over everything else and goals, they have a real chance. And I think this could be the year, one of the first years of World Cups in many years where a genuine superstar that comes into the tournament leaves with his reputation enhanced and even more of a superstar, like an Mbappe, like a Neymar, like a Messi, like a Cristiano, etc. So that will be a perfect World Cup for me, with England winning.
We saw the Hernandez news has pretty much just broken, but we've seen that really deep French squad has been tested, or at least stretched, I would say, so far. Like you touched it on it, but I want to go into depth on this. We've lost Paul Pogba, we've lost Kanté, we've lost Benzema. That's the one I think I'm the most upset about. And then you've lost Hernandez. How much is this, and Varane obviously being injured as well, how much has this taken France's chance down, do you think?
Like I say, in early stage, it won't affect the France squad because you have a deep squad. But you know, when we're going to reaching the quarterfinal or semi-final or whatever the final, I think that's when you need those quality players. Those players, you know, they're going to handle the pressure. But of course, when you look at the squad, it's just amazing. When I say like young player, but I'm talking about Tchouameni, for example, he's playing for Real Madrid. So he's a player, he can handle the pressure. But I always say it's a massive difference playing for your club than your country. So, of course, but from the start, I say France's biggest enemy is France. Like even yesterday when I was watching the game, Rio, and I saw Mbappe when he missed that chance and he was laughing and smiling. And straight away, Australia get an opportunity to score a goal and they hit the post. This is France. That's what's happened in the Euros. We were beating Switzerland 3-1. We scored, we were start dancing, then 3-3, and we lost in the penalty kick. So that's my problem. I say France, the biggest enemy is France. Because sometimes it's inside our DNA. We have a big ego, and sometimes we're arrogant, and that's after sometimes we pay the bill.
Pat, do you feel that Karim Benzema maybe could have been one of the guys in that change room to make sure everybody remains focused if he was there? Is professional, knows how to win, doesn't get carried away, he doesn't get too high or too low when things change in a game. Do you think they could still have that in this squad, or you still sense that there may be some naivety or a bit of immaturity in this squad?
Rio, I think spot on. I think what you just say, Karim was the one. I spoke with him before, even when he get bigger. I know he was going to be too short. He made the right decision, to be out of this World Cup. But that's what I mean, Rio. We have nobody. I think now winning this first game, they will get carried away. But Didier Deschamps is the man. Trust me, Rio. No matter if you play a good game, he will never say you play a good game. It's like he never compliment, but he's a respect because he's so humble. He's a guy. I think is one of the most humble player I've been coached by, and yeah, I don't think I play against him because he will make me feel too older. But what Rio you just say, this player is not there. The player will say like, calm down. I think for some of those players, the first World Cup, they're happy to be here. And like I said, this is inside the French DNA. And Benzema was the one, I promise you, when Benzema was in the squad, Mbappe, Griezmann, Pogba, all of them, they were like, okay, no matter if we win the World Cup, we are nobody else. But they still think they are the champion of the world, and they are. They are. But Rio is right. The presence of Benzema make them forget that.
Do you think so? So Mbappe, obviously, after the first game, announced himself, "I'm going to be the star man." If not Mbappe to carry you over the line to win it, who else would you say has to be a star for you guys for you to be champions?
I know what you're going to say.
Okay, if you know, so I'll let you talk. I don't need to.
Tell him who's going to say.
I think you're going to say Giroud.
We talk about him, Rio. I think people don't give enough credit to Giroud. First of all, he's the all-best French scorer. He just beat Thierry Henry yesterday. And sometimes I feel like people are against Giroud, maybe because of his name, maybe because of his color. Like in France, like people criticize Rio and they always compare him to Benzema. But I spoke with Deschamps. I remember before the World Cup 2018, they played some friendly game, and all the country wanted to see Griezmann, Mbappe, and Ousmane Dembele. They play friendly game. They get destroyed. They didn't defend or whatever. Giroud is the player, I swear, Deschamps will always pick because he's the player for the way Didier Deschamps want to play. Giroud is the most important player, and he's also an humble guy. So yeah, people will be maybe surprised. You're right. I don't know if you read my mind or if you've done some voodoo on me, but yeah, Giroud will be the one to lead it 100%.
Pat, you've had some. You've spoken. It's in the French DNA there about problems. You've had problems when you've gone away on World Cup duty. Do you want to talk to us about those a little bit?
I can talk like really easily about it. Like in France, we love to strike for everything. If we work 2 hours, we're gonna strike. If someone didn't put the bean out, we're gonna strike. If someone put the music too loud, we're gonna strike. This is inside our DNA. So of course we strike about what's happened with Nicolas Anelka because we feel it was an injustice. But the funny part, it was the first moment. That's when I see the team was unit and, working all together. So it was a big drama. I think we didn't have the right manager. I never criticized the manager. I think I always blame the player. But I think if we have a manager like Didier Deschamps, this will never happen. I remember I was the captain and Rio every day. Someone was coming and complained, someone steal my tower, someone do this, like some crazy stuff, this guy shouldn't talk for the media, he talk. And I didn't even think about myself. So this World Cup, I have a good memory because I promise you, with all the player, we actually have so much fun. And I knew a player like deeply, but of course, after the major, and we didn't kidnap any player because they say like in the bus we were like kidnapping player wanted to get out of the bus. No, actually is Raymond Domenech take the keys of the driver because the goal was to go downstairs, sign to the kids because it was an open training session, sign to the kids, doing like a warm-up and going upstairs to doing the stretching. But that scene come like crazy because Raymond Domenech take off the keys. And we said, we need to go back to the hotel, back and forth, close the curtain. So it was like a Hollywood movie. But actually, in the reality, it was just like, Dominic, no, we are like going downstairs and not for training, just to do like few laps and sign the autograph and back in the hotel. So the major make like a crazy scene, but it wasn't that crazy.
Pat, just quickly, do you think England could win? You played in England. You know what the media's like and the hype surrounds and the pressure of England. Do you think we can win it?
Yes, Rio, I'll be honest with you. I'm not surprised about the start of England. I say it's the first time England start a competition where all the country didn't believe in them. No pressure. I think before they win that game, they went like 6 games without winning any game. And I feel like, you know, the way the media, they criticize them and they don't believe in them, if it was a perfect reaction. But Rio, when you look at the player England got, and I will mention, I know a player you love, and I didn't have time to talk enough about Bellingham. No, Rio, come on, come on, let's be serious. When I see this player playing for Dortmund, I wish, you know, he was playing for a club like United or whatever. What a player. And, you know, we criticize Sterling a lot. What a player when he played with England. You know, and I think the first game is just like, I'm not surprised about it. Like Maguire never let down England.
No.
If you look at it, he never let down England. Luke Shaw always performed with England. So actually, I think this group of players, they're happy to be together. They smile, and you can smell that. And that's why I think they can go until the end. They just have to, please don't sing that song, It's Coming Home.
Yeah, Rio.
I'm begging you guys to not, I think you've been cursed about it's coming home. When you say it's coming home, it will never
coming home.
It's coming. It's cursing them. He's already cursing.
He's the main guy singing it.
No, but you know, Rio, I'll be honest, of course, I support France, Senegal, but Italy are not there. But England, I've been living 9 years in England. So, you know, I always have the great time, great moment. I didn't have any issue when I live in England. And I really want to support England. I really believe in the England team because they are good kids. And Southgate, he gets some criticism. Like, no one have done better than Southgate. I don't understand how the media can, like, talk. But you have to understand, when you play a World Cup, you're going to have, like, I don't know, million manager. Everyone want to pick 11 players and they're going to be different player. But you need to, you need to make sure the squad, it's all about the squad. And, you know, the Euros, they went to the final. They start the first game. Of course, let's not get carried away. It's against Iran. But, you know, winning a first game 6-2, Rio know better than I, is difficult. It doesn't matter about which team you are. If you are in this World Cup, it means, man, you're tough.
Yeah, it's like, so you look at Argentina, everybody thought, okay, Messi going to get hat tricks today. Messi's going to get 2 or 3 goals. And then all of a sudden, Saudi Arabia put on an absolute colossal performance, like ridiculous. Have you seen the pictures in Saudi, the way they're celebrating? It's amazing to see.
Holiday today.
Rio is a national holiday.
Yeah,
but
it's like the World Cup.
I mean, you know, we play against team, even like when you play in the FA Cup, whatever, they play their life. And you know, when you don't reach that standard, no matter if you got the talent and the quality, you won't beat them.
And you watched that game yesterday, the Saudi players, like you say there, they gave everything. They left nothing. There was nothing that they didn't leave on that pitch. They give blood, sweat and tears to make sure they got a result. And that's what you get at the World Cup. But you need the teams where people think they haven't got a chance. And if you don't prepare right, like Pat said, if you're not serious and prepared for the first game especially, the pressure's on and you don't prepare right, you get humbled very quickly. And Argentina now have a big game.
But like I said, Rio, to Steve early on, you know, Spain, I think it was in 2010, they lose the first game and they win the World Cup. I still believe in Argentina. I think this was a massive wake-up call. They didn't lose after 36 games. 36 games.
22 clean sheets in that as well.
22 clean sheets. So, Rio, come on, nobody expect that. But like we say, high level, when you don't, you know, match that standard of like focus and respect and being humble, puff.
EA Sports has introduced something called Path to Glory in the World Cup update on FIFA 23. Some players can take their ultimate team to the next level because there's special player items that upgrade as the nation progresses through the World Cup. So, for example, we've got Griezmann for France, you've got Jack Grealish for England, you've got like players like Gnabry for Germany, Bernardo Silva for Portugal. As these players progress through the actual game, they're going to get a ratings boost. So that's going to be something pretty cool for your ultimate team. You've got, like I said, you've got the likes of Lukaku's in there. You've got De Jong in there. You've got Oviedo. So it's one player from every single team. If you want to go check those out, they'll be in the update as well if you want to go check them out. Can I get you two to give us your thoughts on that comeback? Yesterday was a crazy day. We had Lewandowski missing a penalty. We had Argentina falling to Saudi Arabia. And then 9 minutes in, we get Goodwin scores for Australia. What was your thoughts at that time? Because I'm thinking, here we go. Today's a mad one.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. When Australia scored the first goal, I was like, come on, not us, please. Seriously, please. Then suddenly we came back with such a great personality and character to show like we are France. And Rabiot having an amazing season with Juventus. I think he get like more experience now. And Giroud, you know, we took early on is the best goal scorer for the French national team. So we have to give him like more credit for that. And Mbappe did an amazing game, electric. But let's talk also about Dembele. The way, the speed. And the assist, Dembele, like left and right. I promise you, Rio, if he's one player I would like to face is Dembele. I play against him in a training session when I was in the French national team. He can go left and right. And this is the worst for a defender. Rio can tell you, when you play against a left-footed, you make sure you show him outside. And a right-footed, you do the opposite. But with Dembele, he's the only player you can't do that. So
where do you show someone who's two-footed?
To the floor. You showed him to the floor.
You show him to the floor, like Rio say. You tackle him straight away. Like soon as he get the ball, you straight on him. Straight on him. If you let Dembele getting with speed, you're dead.
Pat, who would be harder to mark, do you think? Mbappe or Dembele?
I think, I will answer easily because I will say it will be harder to mark Dembele. Henry, I was with Thierry Henry, and he noticed something with Mbappe. Mbappe don't like to play central. For which reason? Because he don't like when he's a player behind him. Because he don't know yet how to turn, how to use the body of the defender. So that's why I think if I play against Mbappe, I will just be like close to him because he's not enough mature and he didn't get enough experience to use the body of the defender. Like Thierry Henry loved that. Lukaku, he do it with his big butt. Lukaku, he loved that. But when a player, he just uses his butt. Hazard do the same things. Yeah, people laugh when I say that, but that's the truth. I just feel like Mbappe don't get it right now. But, they will be like both difficult to mark, but I will say Dembele will be the most difficult one.
What about you, Rio? Oh, them two. Mbappe's speed's got to be a problem in behind if you're on the halfway line.
I would go for Mbappe because I think just the runners in behind, especially if we played a high line, I just think that he would be a nightmare.
But Rio, you said running behind, but he don't do them. He did them when he was playing for Monaco. That's why when I spoke with him at the World Cup 2018, I say, stop copying Neymar. You're not Neymar. No, because it happened to me and Rio can testimony. When you play, for example, I play with Cristiano Ronaldo, you want to start doing some streak looking good, but you are not. And that's why I say, be the killer you used to be in Monaco. Come to the ball and run behind. This is the worst.
Yesterday, Pat, I saw it yesterday. He played one into the I think it was Giroud or someone, and then he ran for the return ball. And he almost scored. The defender done well to get across. If he does this type of stuff more when teams are defending deep, I think he's unplayable because he's too explosive. But like you said, I think if he runs in behind as much as he used to do it, like he did at Monaco, he'll be a problem. Yeah. That reminds me of? It's like Nicolas Anelka. Nicolas Anelka was the hardest player I played against when he was at Arsenal because he ran behind without the ball all the time. He was so fast and his timing was perfect. But then when I played against him in other times, he stopped doing it and he was easier to play against.
But Rio is the same. Like me, where I struggle is playing against Aaron Lennon because Lennon was a player, is the only player will come to the ball and run, but the same speed. Like some player, they will go slow and go. Lennon can do like puff, puff, and he disappear and run behind. He run behind. And this is, I think, is the worst for a defender.
He's the only player I saw make you do the splits, Pat.
You see, now he starts to exaggerate. That's the problem. These guys, give him a lollipop straight away. You know, you want to start the war. No, you know, it's a peaceful day. We are here in peace. Let's not start.
It's peace.
Because I'm gonna call Torres. Huh? Sorry, what did you say?
I'm okay.
Who?
Okay.
Bring the goals.
No, Nino Torres. He used to play for Liverpool. Like, carry on. Because he want to start the war.
With me, Pat, with me against me.
No, I think even with your twins, Nemanja Vidic. Huh? Oh, sorry. Who said that?
I'm going to call Vida. I'm going to call Vida. Talking about Torres. Pat is talking about Torres about you. Come on, man. Defend yourself.
I love you, Vida.
No. Go on, Steve.
Right, FIFA have introduced something new, which is FIFA World Cup Heroes, and there's some absolute legends in this. We've got Peter Crouch, and I'm going to talk about Peter Crouch in a minute, but before we talk about Peter Crouch, this is a collaboration with, been designed in partnership with Marvel, so they're genuine like superhero sort of cards that you've got. One of the best ones on here, and I know you two have spent a long time with him, and I think, Pat, you've got a great relationship with him, is Ji-Sung Park. Can we talk about Ji-Sung Park? 100 caps, absolute legendary player. What is he like to play with, and what's your favourite memories of Ji-Sung Park?
Just before you start, can I just set it up? Pat and Ji-Sung Park were like twins, like brothers from another mother. I don't know how it happened. And then you throw in Carlos Tevez to make triplets when he was there. Like, it was the most craziest mix and blend of cultures, personalities, everything crazy. Everyone used to look at them just going like, how are they together? That Carlos just only speaks his language. Pat speaks 10 languages, and Jesus speaks his own language. That's it. Yeah, I don't know. Pat was translator in there. I don't know what was going on. Sorry,
to
Pat,
be fair, like, you remember Rio, the boss used to call us the good, the bad, and the ugly. I won't say I'm not
going to ask.
You don't want to ask
this
who was the ugly?
It's disrespectful.
Okay. I don't know who was
what you hear with me.
No. But G was the good. I won't say who was the bad and the ugly. Anyway, no. But let's back to Ji-Sung Park. You know, Rio is the godfather of my son, Lilas. So G, we really have a strong relationship. But let's talk about football, and Rio can approve with that. I think he was, in one moment, he was one of the most important player in the squad, but the most underrated. Like, for me, talking about G, I just talk about that semi-final against Milan, or quarterfinal, when the boss say, you know, you follow Pirlo everywhere. Even if you go to the toilet, follow him. But you know what people forget about that game? He didn't just follow Pirlo. He scored, he attacked. And I remember Pirlo get upset with Ferguson after that game. He was like, this is not fair play. That player was following me. But he forget, G had an amazing player. And against Barcelona in 2008, man of the match, you know, both leg, home and away. And he didn't play that final. It was heartbroken for myself. I remember Ferguson told me, Patrice, you're really close to G. You have to tell him, I don't think he's going to start. I said, boss, really? And I remember it's the first time, and, you know, it's not discrimination. You know, sometimes Asian people, you don't see their emotion. And it's the first time in my life I saw G upset. And, you know, the boss, I talked with him. He said, Patrice, after the final in 2008, the parents of Ji-Sung Park, her mom was still alive in that time. They come with a present to the room of the boss, and they give him a present. And the boss say, why are you doing that? Like, I didn't even play your son in the final. He wasn't even in the squad. And they just say, because you take care so much of our son. So this show you how humble and humility they go. But what a warrior. I'm not surprised about what EA is doing with him. Is a superstar. He's a massive star.
He was. I used to always say this: Cristiano, Nani, Antonio Valencia, all the wingers, and there should be one now in the Man United academy right now. There should be a video, and it's textbook how to receive the ball as a wide player or any player, and it should have Ji-Sung Park as the starring role. because the way he could play to receive the ball was exactly how you would build a player in a computer and say, this is what you do. Opposite movement, run behind, come short, go behind, receiving the ball on the back foot. Like, there were so many things that he was great at. And then running without the ball. He was one of the best players that I've seen identify space and opportunity and then run into that space. And to be a decoy for somebody else, not even to get the ball sometimes. He was so humble as a player, as Patrice said. He was so selfless in the way that he played. And like, I think that game against Milan with Pirlo, who was flying at the time, epitomised Jason Park. He could do the ugly stuff and he could do the glitz and glamour of scoring goals or creating chances. He was a fabulous player.
Do you think, I think everybody knows 3 Lung Park. I think everyone's well aware of the work rate, the off-the-ball running, like you said, the graft that he does. Do you think because of the graft elements of his game are so well recognised that people underrate the technical ability he had?
Yeah,
maybe people that don't play with him. Yeah, people that don't play with him, but we played with him. We fully respect. He was a fully respected member of the squad, 100%.
Exactly. You know, I play on the left with Giggsy, with Nani, with Cristiano, but I think Jason was the most easier player to play with, and because also he was defending sometimes more than I. So let's be clear, he was really generous. But like Rio say, every time I got the ball in my feet, G will make sure he will be at the right position, the right angle, when I'm going to have to give him the most easiest pass. And this is like when you play with a winger, Rio can tell you, you know, sometimes we like go in the space, come to the ball. But G, you don't need to shout him that. He already know that. He's like a robot.
I think that's a very underrated skill as well, is one, making yourself available, but the versatility to play probably, 6 positions he could probably have played?
Easy. He play every position at United. Like, even if you put him goalkeeper, I'm sure he's going to perform.
Yeah. He would just read it.
I played in the game with him at Carrington. He was in net, actually.
That's what I mean.
So Peter Crouch is another one of the superheroes. Rio, World Cup Peter Crouch, any comments?
Crouchy was a problem. Especially on the world stage, in international stage. I used to see Crouchy run on the pitch and defenders would go... like, they don't know what's happening. Like, how is this guy allowed on the pitch? What's going on? This is not normal. And it's crazy. And then he would just bring the ball down, he'd head balls, and it'd give away a lot of fouls in international football because referees also wasn't used to it. But he was a really, really useful player to have. And he was better than people give him credit for, I believe. But I remember even Pat, to be fair, he used to go and stand on Pat and think, Pat's only like, he's a bit smaller than me. I'll easily win the ball. Pat would out-jump him sometimes, a lot of the time, because Pat's timing was great in the air. And Pat became, I don't know what happened, Pat. One summer you must have gone and worked on your heading, because when you first came, you didn't never head the ball.
No, I know.
One of the best.
I think I start to eat some kangaroo or stuff like that. That's why I start to jumping like that. But like Rio mentioned, I used to love playing against Peter Crouch. And you remember when the goalkeeper was doing like a free kick or whatever, they always target the left side. And when they were doing that, it was like perfect, because I was like something jumping higher than because I have a good timing, or even sometimes I was just knocking him a little bit, because sometimes when you play against someone taller, you don't every time have to jump. But I used to enjoy playing against, why I struggled in the beginning in my career, because I was too arrogant, Rio. I came from Monaco, playing the Champions League final with Monaco, being named like 4 times the best left back in the league, the best younger player, and all of that. And I come to United, I say it's going to be easy. So I've never been in the gym before. I never do all those things. But trust me, when I saw Rio, Wayne Rooney laughing about me on the training session, me going on the floor, I say I have to show to those things. But you know what I'm talking about, and it's her. But me, I love when people laugh at me. So I say I have to show them who really I am, and I start, working on myself. I missed the World Cup. I was in a holiday, working out in the gym, and I walk. I have like chicken calf. I love chicken, by the way. Then I started working on them, working on my quad. Then my jump was getting even better and better.
Pat, what did you know what? Going back to that point when like me and Wayne was laughing at you, yeah? Because the change room can be very like a hostile place, a hard place to be for an individual if you haven't got strong mentality. When you saw like us, or you look in our eyes, you can tell when somebody is not believing in you. And we was probably like that. What's going through your head at that moment?
I'll be honest, Rio, because I grew up in the street and we always laugh at each other. We always do banter. So you always feel like not bully, but that kind of bully. So in my head, what was going on? I was like, Patrice, I think it's time to step up because I'm really proud of myself. So when you do this, it's not like I was like, some people will be like, oh my God, they will be scared. You remember Paul Scholes? Paul Scholes say face to my face when I start, playing well for United, they say, Patrice, but I think you were a joker. I think we should just have sell you for free to Monaco and going back in your horses. But I love that. But Rio, that's the kind of person I am. Like, I don't need a manager to say, oh, you had a good game. I need someone, to shout on me. You remember that game when I played against Tottenham and I was playing one of the best game and Ferguson, just because I passed the ball back once to Edwin van der Sar, he destroyed me. He gave me the hairdryer. He said, this is one of the worst games you ever play. If you pass the ball back to Edwin again, you're going to watch the rest of the game next to me. You remember the game against City when he subbed me after 45 minutes? But that's Rio. That's me. I need that. Some player, they will disappear. No, me, when I see you, I remember because it was before a game. We were doing the warm-up and maybe someone, pushed me and I look you and Waza and they were looking at me and just laughing. And Rio, when Rio do this, it made like, it's like, it was deep. But this, I was like, okay, I'm going to show those who I am. And after they're going to love me like their brother. And that's what happened. So no offense. Me, when someone laugh at me because I'm not in a good day, no offense. I love that. Some people, they don't like when you criticize them or this. No, you need that. You need that to be a better player.
Okay, give me the one FIFA hero that you would love to have played with that you didn't play with.
Yaya Toure. He was
I could see that.
So difficult to play against.
I can't argue either.
I was going to say Yaya Toure.
All right, it's boring.
Yeah, I know it's boring, but Yaya Toure, you remember Rio when he dragged Anderson on the floor.
That's one of the most. We got a WhatsApp group. Yeah, we'll go into this when we speak to Patrice another time. But one of the most used pictures in our group is Anderson being dragged along like a baby by Yaya Toure on the pitch.
He's holding the shirt like that. And the best part is Anderson make the foul, but the referee. I don't want to talk about it. Yaya Toure, that's it.
Okay, there's some mega heroes in there. You got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is in there. We got Joe Cole is in there. David Ginola is in there. You've got.
I'm giving you my five-a-side team. My
Jean-Pierre Papin. I'm just going to
Toure.
Lucio Parks in there.
Wait,
go on. You
forget that.
Rio, give me your five-a-side.
My five-a-side team is Yaya Toure, Abidi Pele,
Yeah, but really,
JJ Kocha.
But it's not fair. He's choosing first.
Who was that third one?
JJ Kocha.
I bet he's a beast in five-a-side.
Lucio. I'm going to go for Hidetoshi Nakata.
The problem is I play with those people, so it's difficult.
Just give us your best five.
Who was that?
With people I didn't play with?
No, just give us your five-a-side.
No, but
He went first pick.
Sorry, Rio. Yaya Toure, for sure.
What's G like at fives?
G will definitely be in my five. I can pick G?
Yeah, do it.
So G.
I changed the rules.
100%. Okay, well, no. Rudy Voller. Lead goal, Rudy Voller. Moyantes, I play. Abedi Pele, of course. I don't know how many it is right now. And JJ Okocha.
Joe Cole must be good at fives.
That's five.
Who is Joe Cole?
Oh, no.
No, I don't know. But you're talking Joe Cole, the Chelsea.
Yeah. Whoa.
No comment.
Whoa.
No, because I remember he went in a podcast with Rio, and he talked about a boxing match, and he said, I have no chance. Yeah, so that's why I hope one day to find him again. And I love Joe. I respect him so much. He's such a nice guy. But if you want to play hard, I'm ready for him.
I thought you said you don't mind people talking bad about you. It's fine. You like
He's
it.
not talking about bad. He's about fight. And Rio, when he's about fight, I love it. He's a good adrenaline. So you can say bad player, whatever, but then you talk about fight. Joe, I remember when I played against him, the way I was kicking him, and he was straight away switching side. So that's why I think he remembered that. He was like, I hate playing against Patrice Evra, so let me talk about it.
Patrice, you're imagine.
It's just love, bro. It's just love.
One FIFA hero to put in your England side, Rio.
Lucio, centre back.
Yeah. And Patrice, one of these heroes that you can put into the French side.
In the French side, but right now, because we need, even if the two center back have a good game, midfield also they have a good game, so it's difficult. But I want to go for Mascherano, but
Mascherano would be good.
Yeah, but I will go for Patrice.
Oh, for the French team. What position?
Because he will replace Kanté.
Wow.
What Kanté was doing, so I will say Patrice definitely.
That's interesting. Rio, which of the FIFA heroes was your toughest opponent?
Yaya Toure. He's everything. It's always Yaya Toure. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. He's unbelievable football player. Yeah, he played football with velvet slippers on. His touch was beautiful. He could run as fast as anybody. He was as strong as anybody. And he could shoot from anywhere. He was a fantastic player. And he could play centre-back. What a player.
Yaya Toure is the player that Sky Sports thinks Steven Gerrard was.
Okay.
Patrice, toughest player that you played against out of them heroes?
I play against G, but I never met him, so it won't be G. No, easy. Dirk Kuyt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an attacking like fullback. So when I play against Dirk Kuyt or player like James Milner, is just a nightmare. You know, when we're talking, they follow you everywhere. They knock you. They love going in the challenge. You know, after playing against those players, man, I need to put ice in my body. So Dirk Kuyt, it's been like when we play against Liverpool, I was so happy when he was not playing because I know if he play, I will have a tough day. You know, the day when you just have to be a warrior, like you're going to the war. It doesn't like, it's going to be a fight from the first minute, the last minute. So Dirk Kuyt.
Pat, I think we're coming to the end, yeah? We need to carry on this conversation properly about our time at Man United and the time you spent in England and your career and stuff, because we've been going for too long without having you on. Doesn't feel right, man.
I think we don't respect our fan base, Rio. I think like we should do it long time ago. You're a busy man because now he's a businessman. It's a lot of things. I'm not that busy, so I always begging him. Can I come to your podcast? He said, no, you're not famous enough to come to my podcast.
This guy's mad. He's the biggest liar.
You have to blame these guys. Why I'm not on Rio podcast, but definitely. But my worry, Rio, is like we can talk for 10 hours. That's the thing. We got too many topics and we talk with our heart. And if you think, Rio, and it's not to disrespect anybody, the team of 2008, the team with most charisma and personality and know how to communicate is me and Rio. We always fight, me and Rio, who is the DJ, who is that? Because we are like competitor, but at the end, we love each other to death. And 100% Rio, when you're ready, you let me know. But they deserve that podcast because we don't miss about. We tell what we think. We don't calculate. We talk with our heart. So 100%.
There's a lot of big topics in the United world that we need to cover as well. But this video was for the World Cup, and this was brought to you by our partners at EA Sports FIFA. And if you want the football's greatest experience, then you need to go and get FIFA World Cup 2022 update. You've got multiple tournament modes. You've got an elevated match day experience. You've got the FIFA Ultimate Team. You've got all the enhanced stuff. You've got the heroes. You've got the path to glory. You've got all this sort of stuff. Check the link in the description. Go check it out on your consoles, and we will see you in the next one.
One thing.
Go on.
Rio, in your podcast, can you bring Joe Cole and the black guys? He sing, I think, Man's Not Hot. Is the one in your podcast?
Yeah, you want Michael Depar?
I think it's him, no?
Who, Joe? You want Joe?
Is Joe his name? Yeah, I want him
Joe.
also. Because he's like, I want those two guys in your podcast.
Hold on, Joe's here. He's coming here. Wait. This guy you're talking about. You want this guy?
Yeah, I'm not Michael Depar.
He's him, my man of salt, he's him.
Man's not
hot.
That's not me, Patrice.
That's the man.
You got the wrong guy.
To you to say Malasia is already good, better than
C'est
me.
pas moi, Patrice. Moi, je suis Joël Béa, moi.
Where is Malasia?
Hein?
This guy,
Where's
Rio, man.
Malasia? Oh, man.
Oh, man. Bring Man's Not Hot. Bring him, please.
Oh, my God. That's a good way to finish, man. Pat, thank you. I love you, man.
Thank you, bro. See you
love
soon.
this
Take
game.
care. Kiss the kids, the wife, everyone.
And you, man.